Okay, listen up. Despite what I may look like, I'm a busy man. I've got lists to write, videos to edit, and homemade hummus to make, which Adam Blompier is not getting any of his fucking Ivory Farm face on, no matter how much he begs.
I have so little time that I'm shooting this intro on the green screen to cut down on editing time, and I'm doing my taxes, and I'm consulting Peter about Skylanders.
Every time I close my eyes, I can see him, Jules, that purple spiky piece of
I know, man, I know. It's gonna be okay.
God, it's just the worst thing.
In fact, I think we're about to make a breakthrough, mate. I can use this lunchtime as a deductible.
Therefore, I just love video games which can be completed quickly and easily. It's not lazy, it's being smart. And I've found some doozies to save you some time as well. With this in mind, I'm Jules blah blah blah, 10 times saving video game endings that everyone totally missed. Number 10, Zone of the Enders. Kill too many people. Saving the world from terrorists who inhabit 100-foot tall fighting mechs is a tough job, but that's exactly what utterly great game Zone of the Enders tasks you with. Yet if you don't fancy playing through some utterly outstanding combat sequences, you can end the game early by simply doing a terrible job. All you've got to do is fail every SOS mission and destroy all the buildings in each level. Then go and confront Tyrant. After giving his metal face a hard reboot, you'll get a message coming through informing you to deliver your orbital frame to a guy called Rock Thunderheart. What a name. Or you would, if you hadn't just killed him by destroying the city. Well, that sure is one way to end your mission. Guess there's nothing more to do than clock off. Now this shortcut only saves you playing through a few missions, hence why it's at the top of this list, but still, if you can live with the weight of his and countless other civilian deaths, then it will give you enough time to clean your fridge or bury a pet. Number 9, Stanley Parable, do nothing. Sometimes, like watching Adam Pacitti putting laxatives into Joe Hendry's coffee and not saying anything about it, doing the right thing and the easy thing are the same thing. Now in the case of the Stanley Parable, a game renowned for its clever and interesting ways to complete it, there's naturally an option just to do nothing and ride out the playtime until the game ends. This is a great way to experience the aesthetics of the game and the comedic writing without having to do anything. I've been told that there's more to experience and do in this title, but hey, I've got chains in my dungeon to polish, so I'll just take their word for it. Number 8, Shadow Complex, break up with your girlfriend. So Shadow Complex begins with your girlfriend getting kidnapped, as it's their wont to do in video games. Am I right, guys? And because you're a spinning top of story tropes, you head off to save her, encountering baddies, robots, and even a bit of light platforming. How fun. But what if you didn't venture in like a hero and just, sacked it off and went home? It's not like you've been going out with her for very long, so why bother risking it? Yes, she might die, but come on, we've got stuff to do. No, it's much better to just get back in your car and head home. Easy peasy, you've just saved yourself enough time to listen to Scott explain all the intricacies of Metal Gear Solid 2's plot.
Someone see Metal Gear Solid 2?
No, Scott, we're fine, mate. We're okay.
Huh.
Number 7, Batman Arkham City cashing out. Being Batman is very fun, but it's also very time-consuming, what with all the baddies to catch and Riddler trophies to find. Luckily, developers Rocksteady gave you the chance to end the night of 1,000 beating bats early in the form of Catwoman's alternate ending. At this point in the game, Batman is taking a kip under some rubble, and you, playing as Catwoman, have just stumbled across a lot of money. Now, the obvious choice is to drop the cash and go to his aid, but who has the time, what with all these hedgehog manicures I've got booked in my calendar? No, the best bet for those of us who are time-conscious is to just scarper with the cash and air quotes, screw him. Cash out, job done, you're welcome. Number 6, Far Cry 4 Patient Pagan. Now, I've used this one on a recent list, so I'm just going to save myself the time and just skim over this entry. Wait patiently for the Pagan at the beginning, beat the game in under half an hour, use that time to find out why my walls are bleeding again. Number 5, Matrix. Choose the blue pill. Now, one of the big moments of the original Matrix film is when Morpheus offers Neo a red and a blue pill. If he chooses the red pill, he goes down the rabbit hole. If he picks the blue, his story ends. Well, I mean, the choice is obvious, isn't it? That whole saving the world thing sounds mighty costly in terms of time, so why not pop a bluey and ride this one out? Sure, Mopius does express disappointment, and yes, I know I'll end up living in a fake reality, but in this reality, I've got 50 struggling dolphins to sell on the black market, and those Swedes are not the type of people you want to piss off, so you tell me which is more important. Number 4, Way of the Samurai 4, just don't begin your journey. The best stories in life are usually regarded as massive epics spanning multiple books and films, complete with rich characters, fantastical plots, and devious enemies. But I have no time for this, as I've got to give Peter Austin his 4 tins of prunes to keep him regular on the hour every hour. Plus, listen to this, an award-winning short story. The Last Man on Earth hears a knock at the door. Now that was an award-winning horror story, and just goes to show that you can do a lot with only a few words. So let's do even less than that in Way of the Samurai 4 by simply going back to the boatman and telling him that we're absolutely done. Game over and tons of time saved. And if you're bothered by leaving the big evil of the game alive, then just head over to this this guy, stab him in the stomach twice, and then go to your boat. That's it, job done. Number 3, Uncanny Valley, just run left. See, now this game gets me, as you can simply complete this pixelated horror tale super quickly once you make it through the introductory nightmare sequence, which, just for the record, is super creeps, yo. All you've got to do once you reach the facility is just run left, through the hall and down the escalator back to the train. Ride that bad boy back to civilization and you'll complete the game. Now, if you do this, then yes, you'll be perplexed and likely your friends will be asking you whether you beat the army of synthetic killers or got freaked out by one of the many frights on offer, or whether you told an AI that you loved them. But to be honest, that sounds like way too much hassle for me. Number 2, Metal Saga, be a mechanic. Right, so my dad will never understand the job I do here at What Culture. I keep telling him it's like a TV presenter, but for YouTube, and that my audience are either comprised of people who call me bold, which really isn't an insult, and those that come to these lists and complain about the length of our intros, to which I'll say, we've been doing this ever since the beginning, so if you want to go experience lists with all the personality of wallpaper paste, f*** off back to Watch Mojo. Okay, so I might have gone off the track a bit there, but the crux of my argument was this. My dad always wanted me to follow in his footsteps of construction work. I didn't, and he was bummed out. But luckily, I get the chance to rectify my choice in the game Metal Saga, in which you get an option which basically boils down to save the world or carry on the family business. If you choose to be a mechanic, then you end the game and everything stays peaceful. Except your dad in the game seems to be bummed out that you won't be a hero. I just can't f***ing win with you, can I, Dad? And number 1, Fallout. Sell out your vault. I've got to do what? Fix a water purifier? And I've got to go where? All over the f***ing place? Oh, I have no time for this! I've got to sing Ben his Germanic bedtime stories, otherwise he won't sleep, and I'll be the one having to clean up his worthless original rappers when he goes on another hard candy binge. I tell you what, I'm done with you, Vault 13. I'm done with you and your plasticine-faced overseer, so you can take this water chip and just shove it. Oh, I'll go outside, alright, but only to tell those super mutants here exactly where the vault is. Yeah, sure, I'll be turned into a super mutant myself, but f*** it. This extra strength will help me get more stuff done, and I'm bold anyway, so check f***ing mate, you're goddamn f***ing welcome. And that's our list. Got any more time savers that you want to share? Well, let me know about them in the comment section below. And if you've got the time, swing by whatculture.com for more news and articles like this every goddamn day. As always, I've been Jules, you've been awesome, and I'll speak to you soon.